Hello, 1 2 3, mic check. Hello, a very good morning to all our live viewers. We are back with the Super Sunday. We have the Silver Cup final. That was very full from Naresh. Beautifully driven on the up by the batter, but will only fetch a single. It's the Silver Cup final. One champion elite season 42. Qcricket taking on Minex Blaster. Toss fell in favor of Qcricket. They have opted to bat first. In the air, taken. Juggles at first, but he has taken. Whippin looking to take an aerial route and he holds out in the mid-on region. Sam there inside the circle, who juggles at one but takes it safely in the second attempt. Second one down. Minex Blasters draws second blood in the all important Silver Cup final of One Champion Elite Season 42. It was Vipin and Satyam who opened the innings for Q Cricket, both the batters. Now back in the sheds, bat turning in the hands of Vipin. That's why no elevation for him on that occasion. That brings his downfall. New batter in is Uzair. He's left hand bat. He's in at number 4. He's in way early than he would have liked. 106 matches for Uzair, 1524 runs, averaging just over 17. Strike rate 108.78 for Uzair. Will face Naresh. That was full on the pads, and Uzair clips it beautifully in the vacant fine leg region and 4 to open the account for Uzair. No better way to get off the mark. Whipping only managing run a ball 5. Getting out in this over. Satyam, who was plumb in front at the very first ball he faced by Sidhu Nayak. Sarvesh and Uzair are the two batters now out in the center for Q Cricket, whereas Sidhu Nayak opened the bowling for my next blaster. Once again, full attacking the stumps, clipped but straight to the short mid wicket. It's a dot ball. Sidhu Nayak giving away 8 runs and picking up one crucial wicket of Satyam. In the very first over, Naresh follows up with an good over so far, 5 runs and a wicket of Vipin in this over so far. Well, that's in the air and safely paused by wicketkeeper. That was a very awkward bounce. Nothing much there Uzair could have done. Easiest of catches for Sharath Reddy. Awkwardly bounces and takes the glove and safely pouched by the wicketkeeper behind the timber. Third one bites the dust. Naresh strikes for the second time in the very over, sends back a very good batter, Uzair. who will be mighty disappointed. Nothing much that he could have done there. That was a sharp bumper. Came in with the angle that should not bounce as much as it did. This is what you get in these kind of surfaces. This is a grassy surface. You'll get extra bounce and extra swing every now and then if you hit the good channel. Naresh on that occasion on the mark and gets better of Uzair. Q Cricket in trouble. They have lost 3 wickets inside the second over. These are Vignesh, the new batter in for Q Cricket, is in at number 5. He is a right hand batter. Vignesh, 251 matches for him, 4,647 runs, averaging 23. Strike rate very healthy, just over 130 for Vignesh. Last ball of the over, on a length outside off stump, left alone by Vignesh. Lets it go to the wicket keeper. It's a dot ball to close out. A successful over comes to an end. Double wicket and 5 runs coming off the second over by Naresh. What a start this has been for Minex Blaster. They've been on the mark right from the word go. Q Cricket winning the toss, opting to bat first. Right decision to do, but it hasn't proven out to be right so far for them as they are reeling on 17 for 3. Sidhu Nayak to continue. Well, that's a good length from Sidhu Nayak. He's working up good pace. He's got good rhythm here. Already got a wicket. His tail will be up. Sarvesh, happy to defend it. Bowlers are abstracting some extra bounce and seam. Ball seaming around very well here at this new track. Plenty of help there for the fast bowlers. That's a sharp ball there from Sidhu Nayak into the surface. Sarvesh just letting it go through, having a good watch at it, and then lets it go through the wicket keeper. This is good from Sidhu Nayak, testing the batter with a short one. Deep gully and sweeper cover are the two fielders outside the circle for Sidhu Nayak. Only two fielders on the leg side. No one in square leg or behind square leg on the leg side. So batter should expect deliveries outside off stump. Mid on and short mid wicket are the two fielders on the leg side, whereas short third, point, covers, and mid off are the four fielders inside the inner ring on the offside. Three dot ball so far. Once again, a better length from Sidhu. That ball coming in sharply after pitching. Sarvesh keeping it out nicely. These are testing conditions for the batters. Wind is flowing very nicely here at One Champion Cricket Ground. Surface and the conditions both assisting very nicely for the fast bowlers. We have a bright sunshine. These are ideal conditions for cricket. This time driven on the up, but straight to the sweeper cover fielder. It will be a single. This is good from Sidhu Nayak. Just going further up, inviting the batter for drive, looking for that outside edge. Minex blasters, bowlers have been on the mark from the word go. They have kept things tight. They have keep they have kept the batters guessing. Last ball of the over on the length once again. Vignesh happy to let it go through. Both the batters watchfully plays out this over. Only single coming off this over. After three, Q Cricket 18 for 3. Q Cricket winning the toss in this all important Silver Cup final of One Champion Elite Season 42, opting to bat first, losing three early wickets. This is not the start that they were hoping for. Abhishek Reddy now into the attack. Strangely, Naresh, after picking up two wickets in his first over, has been taken off. Maybe he might ball the next, but Abhishek Reddy now with the ball in hand, slightly shorter in length, guided away in the third man region by Sarvesh. He'll fetch single for that. Coming to Abhishek Reddy's career stats, he's a right arm medium pacer, now operating over the wicket. 199 matches for him, 153 wickets, economy touch over 8. Best figures of 5 for 27 for Abhishek. Well, that's short. Beautifully timed shot by Vignesh there. Just presenting his full face of the bat off the back foot, hitting it in the sweeper cover region where the fielder is set deep. So it will only be a single, which brings 20 for Q Cricket, 20 for 3 in 3.2. Well, extra men on the leg side for Abhishek Reddy. They have now got fine leg inside the circle as well. Full square driven but straight to the point fielder. Vignesh was interested in a single but sent back by Sarvesh. It's a dot ball. Coming to the field set, they have got third man, then a point inside the circle, sweeper cover, short covers, mid on, mid off, and short mid wicket. Now the fine leg fielder has been removed and is placed in the covers. They have got two covers now for Sarvesh, and that's a wayward delivery, way outside off stump and short in terms of length. White signal by the umpire. Abhishek Reddy looking to bluff goes into the surface after getting a fielder extra in the covers. Will he ball full outside off stump? He's got couple of, well, that's a beauty. That was a shot of good length and swinging away sharply after pitching. Batter just not playing at it. Doesn't carry all the way to the wicketkeeper who tries to stop the ball with the pads but fails to do so. Third man does well. It will be a single. Score moves to 22. 22 for 3 in 3.4. So far, 3 runs. Well, again, a beautiful shape there for Abhishek Reddy, beating the right hander on the outside edge. They have bowled well. Minex Blasters. Abhishek is getting good amount of swing here. He is he's getting the ball to shape away for the right handers. Swing and a miss. Vignesh looking to clear the infield, trying to go up and over mid off, but missing the ball completely. Back to back dot deliveries to close out the over. 4 runs coming off the fourth over by Abhishek Reddy. This is excellent from my next blasters. Slightly fuller in terms of length there. on that last delivery, again getting that shape away, hence beats the batter who was looking to loft the ball clear the infield on that occasion. Sidhu Nayak to continue with his third over will bowl the fifth of the inning. So far, excellent figures for him. 2 overs, 9 for 1. Well, that's a sharp ball there. Once again, it bounced extra. This is the help, this is the assistance that the fast bowlers will get with this track. Sarvesh looking to play off the back foot. In the end, surprised by the bounce, just aborting his shot at the very last moment. It's a dot ball. Good carry to the wicket keeper. This time punched off the front foot but straight to the point. Sarvesh was looking for the single but this time sent back by Vignesh. Sidhu, after bowling on a shot of good length at the very first ball, goes full, targeting that off stump. This is good from the bowler. He's mixing his lengths beautifully here. This time, shot of good length once again outside off stump. Sarvesh trying to cut, gets beaten. This time, the ball doesn't carry all the way to the wicket keeper. Well, the bounce is surprising the batters every now and then. It's a very strong offside field. Batters should expect deliveries outside off stump, whether it's short or full. He needs to be ready. This time, Sarvesh giving the ball a charge, but that was a very good ball from Sidhu Nayak. It was slightly full and way outside off stump. In the end, Sarvesh giving himself a room and coming down the track gets beaten in pace. It was a quick delivery from Sidhu Nayak. 4 dots on a trot. Some pressure building. This time he goes full. Played with the very soft hands in mid-on region and threw for a single. Sarvesh. First runs of this over so far. Only a delivery remaining. What a spell this has been from Sidhu Nayak. Has troubled the batters from the word go. Sidhu 2.5 overs, 10 for 1. Fast bowling excellence on display from Sidhu Nayak. Last ball of the fifth over. That's full. Driven beautifully but straight to the inner circle fielder in mid off region. So it will be a dot ball to close out the over after 5 overs. Qcricket 23 for 3. Naresh now back into the attack. Naresh, after that excellent first over, was taken off the attack. Now once again gets the over. He'll ball the final over of the power play. Well, there is a fielder behind on the leg side in the square leg region. Apart from that, two inside the circle on the leg side as well. Shot mid wicket, and that's a beautiful cover drive there from Sarvesh, who waited and waited. This was a half volley from Naresh and beautifully driven in between covers and mid off, and that will be a first boundary for him. Runs were dried up in last 3 overs. This will help. This will help Q Cricket and Sarvesh very nicely. Score moves to 27. Sarvesh moves to 9 of 16 deliveries. This time the ball keeps very low. Well, this will keep the batter guessing. Naresh, not the quickest of the bowler, doesn't get. Well, that's an excellent delivery. Completely squares up the right-hander, pitches and leaves the right-hander who tries to play it late but gets beaten. Coming to the field, a deep square leg and sweeper cover is what Naresh has. Full driven on the up, beats the short cover and beats the sweeper cover as well. That's a better looking shot from Sarvesh, getting to the pitch of the ball and opening the face, hitting in the V and getting that boundary. A much needed one for Q Cricket. Score moves to 31. Sarvesh now moves to 13 into the double figures. 13 of 19 deliveries. Once again, steps out, but this time Yorks himself, so doesn't get a run. Hits straight away to the short cover. It's a dot ball. Last ball of the power play coming up. Naresh to Sarvesh. Well, this is excellent changeup. That was a slow one into the surface. Sarvesh was early into the shot. Once again, advancing, coming out, trying to get to the pitch of the ball, but this time smartly operated by Naresh to close out the over. Ball's a slow one. Sarvesh very early into the shot gets beaten. After 6 overs, Team Q Cricket 31 for 3. Power play belongs to Minex Blasters. Excellent spell for Sidhu Nayak and Naresh as well. Abhishek ready now to continue. 1 over 3 for none so far for him. Now field restrictions are off, so you can have more fielders on the boundary lopes. Deep third man, point, sweeper cover, short cover, long off, mid on, short mid wicket, and deep square leg. This is the field set that Abhishek Reddy have. Only a man on the leg side at the boundary is square leg, mid on and short mid wicket both inside, whereas covers and point are the two fielders inside on the offside. Plenty of protection on the offside, I must say, in the inner circle and at the boundary as well. That's driven on the up towards the right of short cover and through for a single. Couple of singles coming in this over. This is the seventh over. Field restrictions are off. Bowling team can have now more fielders outside the circle and they have more protection now, more cushion for the bowlers. Well, he goes full. It's a Yorker. Chance of a run out. No, it isn't. Fielder, not the quickest in mid-on region. Vignesh on that occasion completes the single with ease. Three singles coming off the first half of the over. Abhishek Reddy 1.3 overs, 6 for none. Well, this time Sarvesh coming down the track, giving the bowler charge and playing down the complete wrong line and missing a pretty much straight delivery, and his middle stump has been uprooted. Abhishek Reddy strikes, fourth one down. Sarvesh looking to up the ante, looking to score runs. His survival out in the center comes to an end. Fourth one down for Q Cricket. They have just 34 on the board. Bhaskar P. Bhaskar P is the new batter in for Q Cricket. He's in at number 6. Another righty making his way out into the center. Very experienced batter, Bhaskar. 356 matches for him. Just under 4,000 runs for him. Averaging just under 20. Strike rate 116.04 for Bhaskar. Straight away gets off the mark. Runs one into the third man region and gets himself off the mark with a single. 35 for 4 now. Q Cricket after 6.5 overs. This is the seventh over in pursuit and second one for Abhishek Reddy is balled well. 1.5 overs, 7 for 1 so far. All the seamers for Minex Blaster so far has the wicket. Well. Vignesh looking for the big shot, gets beaten. That's a sharp bounce and that ball shaped away. He was playing for an in swinger there. Plenty of gap between bat and ball on that occasion. That completely surprised the batter. A successful over comes to an end. 4 runs and a wicket in that over. After 7, Q Cricket 35 for 4. Coming back to the shot on the last delivery. Vignesh looking to play on the up. Gets beaten by the sharp bounce and the away swing that the bowler got on that occasion. It's a 7 over old ball. Still swinging nicely. That is the reason. And the medium pacer now into the attack. Mahesh starts off with a Yorker, guided away beautifully in third man. They will look for the second, and yes, they'll complete second with ease. This is excellent from Bhaskar, guiding the ball, running the ball in the third man. Played it with very soft hands and gets couple of runs. 73 matches for Mahesh, 26 wickets, economy 8.79, best figures of 3 for 24. Shot into the surface, cut away, but doesn't find the gap on that occasion. Straight to the back foot point. It's a dot ball. Run a ball 3 for Bhaskar. Mahesh going for the Yorker. Beautifully kept out by Bhaskar. Bhaskar initially was interested for a single but denied by the non-striker Vignesh. It's a dot ball all in all. Slightly short, pulled away but straight to the short mid wicket. It's the third dot ball in a row. That was not the best of deliveries from Mahesh but still gets away with it. On a good length, just outside off stump. Bhaskar playing with a very soft hand in the point and through for a single. This is good running between the wicket by both the batters. Vignesh responding and they are through for a single. 3 runs so far in this over. Last ball of the over. Once again, a sharp swing there for the bowler. Swings away from the right hander. Nothing much there Vignesh could have done on that occasion. 3 runs coming out that eighth over by Mahesh. Excellent start to his spell for Mahesh. Doesn't get a wicket but only concedes 3. Another change up in the bowling attack. Another medium pacer. Sam now into the attack. 61 matches for him, 43 wickets. Economy just under 8. Best figures of 4 for 72. Starts off with a slow one into the surface. That's upishly driven by Bhaskara, but safe. It will only be a single in sweeper cover region. 39 for 4 now. Q Cricket after 8.1 overs. Fast bowling working nicely for Minex Blaster so far. This was full way outside off stump. Bhaskara Vignesh in fact drives it for a single. 40 is up for Minex for Q Cricket in the ninth over. 40 for 4 after 8.2 overs. This time guides the ball that was very close to diving wicket keeper, but still I'll say it was very controlled shot by Bhaskar that was on the length and he guides it into the third man region for a single, but that's too risky a shot only for a single. Reward is minimal, but the risk is very high. This time it's in the air, long off fielder settling and he takes it. Vignesh this time holds out to the deep fielder. Huh? Fielder name? Ankit there, who makes no mistake in the long off region. Anku comes in and takes it. Half of the team's now back in shed. Vignesh looking to get that boundary. He was searching for that shot all all along. Doesn't get any connection on previous instances, but he gets connection on this time, but doesn't get the distance, and he holds out in the deep. Fifth one down. Half of the team now back in the sheds for Q Cricket. Just 41 on the board. 41 for 5. This is the Silver Cup final of One Champion Elite Season 42. Both the teams have everything to play. At the moment, Minex Blasters are getting better of Q Cricket. Vivek Sharma is the new batter in. He's in at number 7 for Q Cricket. 80 matches for Vivek Sharma. 1476 runs. 23.81 the average. Strike rate very healthy. 147.75. Vivek Sharma gets one on the pads and guides it, clips it beautifully in the square leg region for a single and gets himself off the mark straight away. Runs are looking very hard to come by for Q Cricket. An excellent first over from Sam. Got rid of Vignesh. Another one bites the dust. This time it's Bhaskar who's been dismissed. This time the ball coming in sharply. Late swing there for Sam. There's still a swing for the fast bowlers. This time it was on a good area, on the good length, coming in sharply and goes through the defense of Bhaskar and hits the timber behind him. Sixth one bites the dust for Q Cricket. They're reeling for 42 for 6 after 9. Mahesh to continue. New batter in is Santosh. In at number 8 for Q Cricket. He's in very early. Well, that's an excellent ball from Mahesh. Coming in sharply once again. Batter advancing, trying to get to the pitch of the ball, doesn't get to the pitch of the ball. In fact, the ball goes in between bat and pad and hits the wicket by a thinnest of margin. Right hand batter Santosh, 162 matches for him, 1981 runs, averaging just under 22. Strike rate very healthy, 121.68. These are testing conditions for the batters. Vivek Sharma and Santosh needs to get a partnership. They need to bat at least 5 overs from here on. Pulled away. Good looking shot. But straight to the deep square leg fielder on a bounce. Only for a single. Bowlers have been on mark. They've been on song in this first half so far. 43 for 6 after 9.3 overs. You cannot ask anything more from your fast bowlers. Leading edge, but doesn't carry to the cover fielder. It's a dot ball. Santosh just closing the face of his bat very early. Gets a leading edge that was on the pads. If he would have got an edge, that would have been boundary in the fine leg region. This time straight on the stumps. Misfielding in the mid-on region. Sidhu Nayak there, usually a very safe fielder, but this time it's a lazy effort from him and the ball goes all the way for a boundary. Well, that was poor from the inner circle fielder. That should have only been a single, but it's gone for a boundary that will help. That will help Santosh and Q Cricket nicely. Santosh gets off the mark with a boundary. 47 now on the board for Q Cricket. Another full delivery, but this time straight in the hands of bowler in his follow through all along the carpet. Still a good over, only 5 runs coming off the 10th over. Q Cricket half at the halfway mark in the all important Silver Cup final of One Champion Elite season 42 are 47 for the loss of 6 after 10 overs. Q Cricket winning the toss, opting to bat first. In a strangle now, 47 for 6. Excellent piece of fast bowling in the first half by Minex Blasters bowlers. Players will have drinks. We'll be right back after a very short break. Sam to continue. Change of ends. Will there be change in fortune for Q Cricket or will Minex Blaster continue their good work with the ball in hand. Dot ball now a single in this over so far. 1.2 overs, 5 for 2 for Sam. He's already got couple of wickets into his second over. Santosh now on strike, who's got a boundary beside his name. Once again, ball coming in sharply with the angle, cramping the batter for room, who just defends it off the back foot. It's a dot ball. Sam on the mark. This time outside edge found, no one there in the slips. So it will be a single in the third man region. Very dominant offside field, I must say. Third man, point, sweeper cover, short covers, and mid off on the offside, whereas long on, short mid wicket, and deep square leg. Wild swing there from Vivek Sharma, trying to swing across the line, gets beaten. That ball held his held his shape after pitching, straightening up lie and beating the righty. Last ball of the over. Well, just short of good length, punched off the back foot in the point region and threw for a single. 50 is up for Qcricket. 50 for the loss of 6 after 11 overs. Sidhu Nayak now back into the attack. After that excellent spell with the new ball, he'll bowl out now. 3 overs, 10 for 1 so far for Sidhu Nayak. We'll look to get rid of this low batting order, low down the order batters. Starts off with a shot that was pulled but doesn't find the gap on that occasion. Good throw, but fielder backing up doesn't get in time. That should have only been a single. Instead, 3 runs collected by the batter. Score moves to 53. Vivek Sharma with the shot. Sidhu Nayak needs to bowl slightly fuller length. He'll bowl the bumper every now and then. He's got a very good sharp this time. The ball keeping low. It was full outside off stump. Santosh getting his stride out, trying to get to the pitch of the ball, but that ball never bounced, so it kept low. It's a dot ball. 3 and a dot. A quick single there. Nice response from the non-striker, wrapped on the pads. No appeal for the leg before, as that ball was clipping away. 4 runs coming off the first half of the over so far. Well, this time Vivek Sharma on the charge doesn't get the right from the middle, but still will collect two. Mid off is inside the circle that made him go down the track, go to the pitch of the ball, then drive over. But on that occasion, doesn't get to the pitch of the ball, still goes through with the shot. He gets a middle edge and the ball moves. What the hell, there is a chance of a run out. Good throw, but the batter was sent back in time. Vivek Sharma on that occasion looking for the single, sent back by Santosh rightfully, and the wicket survives for Qcricket. Last ball of the over. Sidhu Nayak spells. Last ball, 3.5 overs, 15 for 1 so far for him. Will he end up his spell on high? Will he pick the wicket? Well, no, he will not. That was drifted on the pads. No bat there, but hits his pads. That's a single to close out the over. That to a leg by. 7 runs coming off the over after 12 overs, 57 for 6. Mahesh now back into the attack. That's full, driven straight, but doesn't beat the bowler in his follow through, so it will be a dot ball. That was a good looking shot from Vivek Sharma, but it another beauty from Mahesh to beat Vivek Sharma. That's two dots in a row now. Well, that was on the pads, clipped away in the square leg. Two is the call. Throw is good one at the non-striker, but still the second one completed with ease. Score now moves to 59. That's on a length. Tried to cut. Yes, beats the cow fielder. So it will only be a single. With that single, 60 is up for last ball. In fact, last two balls of this over remaining. Santosh hits it away. Hits it towards the right of long on fielder and will collect two. For that, this is good cricket by both the batters. Well, in fact, it's been given as a short run. Santosh will retain the strike, but it will only be a single. Score stays on 61. Last ball of the over. The shot into the surface. A slow one. Santosh very early into the shot gets beaten after 11 overs. Team Q Cricket 61 for the loss of 6. Anna, Anna. Anku with the breakthrough. Finally, a wicket falls. Vivek Sharma's stay comes to an end. It's a cotton ball, a good catch in his follow through from Anku to get rid of Vivek Sharma. Vivek Sharma not able to get along with his innings. He ends up as the all other batters in the lineup. Seventh one down now for Q Cricket. Next batter in is Nitin. In at number 9, Nitin. Appeal for caught behind. This time no response from the match official whatsoever. Anku straight away getting the wicket at the very first ball he bowls. Coming to Nitin, 171 matches, 1093 runs, averaging just under 15. Strike rate very healthy, 156. Cut away, misfield. Misfield there in the point. Ball racing away for 4. Will that be cut off? Yes, it will. Nitin gets off the mark with couple of runs. 76 for 7 now, Team Q Cricket. That was a good looking shot. Controlled shot from Nitin. Got on the top of the bounce. Leggy. For spinner into the match. Once again, cut away. Once again, a misfield. But this time, looks like ball might go. No, it isn't. It will be cut off. It will be a couple of runs again for Nitin. Well, that's a sloppy work in the point region. Coming to Anku, 82 matches for him, 87 wickets, economy 6.45, best figures of 8 for 26. He's a very good right arm leg break. Goes goes through his business very quickly, gets the wickets. He's got a good strike rate. He's got a wicket at the very first ball. From there on, conceded 4 runs in his next 4 deliveries. Slightly overpitched. It was driven well, but stayed to the mid-off fielder. Back-to-back dot deliveries to close out the over. 4 runs and a wicket coming on the 16th over by Anku. Team Q Cricket reeling on 78 for 7 after 16 overs. Will there be a flurry of runs in last 4 overs? Naresh now to bowl out. 3 overs, 1 made in, 13 for 2 so far for Naresh. Will bowl the 17th over. Santosh, 9 of 13 for him so far. Once again, the ball bouncing extra than it should have. Batter offering no shot on that occasion, so it's a dot ball. This is good from the bowler. Well, this time he goes full. Well, it is racing away in the fine leg. That was a very good ball, following up the batter who was making room for himself. It was a Yorker. Wicketkeeper could have stopped that one. That should have been stopped, but that goes through for a 4. That was an effort delivery from Naresh, not supported by the wicketkeeper behind Timber, so it's a 4. That to a bye. Now score moves to 82. That's a slow one into the surface. Santosh waits and tries to cut but still gets beaten. It's a dot ball. Well, that's wrapped onto the pads, but that ball drifting down the leg. So no appeal whatsoever by anyone as that ball was going down the leg. Santosh looking for the big shot gets beaten. Minex Blasters on song today with the ball in hand. That's shot into the surface. Cut away. Good work there by the sweeper cover fielder who moves sharply towards his left and keeps the batter to one. Nitin now back on strike. 5 runs so far of this over. Last ball coming up. He goes full and climbs up. Nitin's foot going nowhere. Just tries to play the ball by standing there itself, and he's been cleaned up. Leg stump uprooted on that occasion. You miss, I hit, says the bowler. 8-1 now down for Q Cricket. No footwork whatsoever. I was expecting a short ball and it was full on the base of the leg stump. 8-1 down for Q Cricket at the last ball of the 17th over. They have only 83 on the board. This is the all important Silver Cup final of One Champion Elite Season 42. This was expected to be a very good game, but Minex Blaster getting through the batting order of Q Crickets. They have got 8 wickets and only conceded 83 runs. Raju, the new batter in at number 10. Anku to continue with his spin, with his leg break. Flighted delivery, hit on the up. Fielder there in the circle in mid off. So it will be a single to start off the over. Raju Ajmera now on strike. He's in at number 10 for Q Cricket. That was slightly short. That was pulled away. Well, that awkwardly goes over the head of the deep square leg who was charging in for the ball. In the end, the ball bounced over his head after bouncing in front. That's a rare sighter in the leather ball cricket. Usually, tennis ball does that kind of stuff. Not rare sight in the leather ball cricket, but it happens. Ball bounces over the deep fielder for a boundary. Coming to Raju Ajmera, he's got 280 matches, 796 runs, averaging just under 16, strike rate 102.71. Well, that ball turned way too much. That ball started off wide, spin very away from the wicketkeeper. Nothing much he could have done. That's by signal by the umpire. Score moves to 90. 90 for 8 after 17.4 overs. Once again, full outside option driven on the up. So it will only be a single. 1.5 overs. 11 for 1 so far for Anku. He's picked 1 wicket and only conceded 11 in his 1.5. It's a beauty to close out the over. It's a dot ball. Lands in good area and turns sharply. After 18, Q Cricket 91 for 8. Last 2 overs remaining in this innings. Innings going nowhere for Q Cricket. Only 91 on the board. 8 wickets already down. Mahesh now to bowl out. Starts off with a flighted delivery that's been beautifully lifted over long or mid off fielder, and Raju will collect 4. That's the second one of the match for him. He's looked fluent from the word he walked out. He's got 10 of just 4 deliveries. Spinner. Well, that's a fast ball there from Mahesh. Beats the right hander on the outside edge. It's a dot ball. Well, first one was a spin from Mahesh. It was taken for a boundary. Then he prefers to bowl his conventional medium pace. Once again driven on the up, but this time they have protection behind. So it will be only a single, which brings Santosh back on strike. Has got 10 of 11 deliveries. Good shot there in the mid wicket region. Call is for 2. In the end, both the batters completing the second run with ease. This is excellent running between the wicket between these two, completing the second run very quickly, making the ground. Well, this is in the air. Will it land safely? Yes, it does. Lands exactly in between long off and deep extra cover. It will be another couple of runs for Santosh and Q Cricket. 100 is up for Q Cricket in 18.5. 100 for 8. 9 runs of the over so far. This time leading edge. Ball going over the head of the inner circle. Fielder running after that one, and he'll complete the fielding. So it will be a couple of runs. Well, that was a short run, so it will only be a single for Raju to close out the over. After 19 overs, 101 for 8. Q Cricket, they have won the toss, opted to bat first. Anku to ball, the final over. Leg spinner, 2 overs, 11 for 1 so far for him. Driven on the up, protection there in the covers behind, so it will only be a single to start off the over. 2.1 overs, 12 for 1 so far for him. 102 on the board for Q Cricket. This over needs to go big for Q Cricket. They have got 2 wickets in the tank. They need to score boundaries in order to get something competitive or something to bowl at for the bowlers. 102 for 8 after 19.2. Batter advancing but doesn't find the gap. There's a protection there in the deep extra cover region. So it will be a couple of runs for Santosh, who moves to 18 of just 26 deliveries. These shots are appreciated by the batters, but well, there's a huge appeal. Yes, it's been given out by the square leg umpire. Yes, it's been stumped out. Santosh looking for the big shot, missing one, and his foot was out for a while, and that was enough for Sharath Reddy behind the timber, who takes the bails off in a flash. Ninth one down. Santosh played well, but now has to walk back. Qcricket 104 for 9. Last batter is in. It's Yogesh, who's in at number 11 for Team Q Cricket. 104 for 9 after 19.4 overs. Q Cricket, while batting first in this all important Silver Cup final of one champion Elite season 42. Yogesh, Yogesh on the strike. Well, that's a quicker one. Guided away in the third man region. Quick throw from the short third fielder, but very well ran by Raju. He wants the strike at the last ball, so runs quickly and completes the run with ease. 105 for 9. Last ball of the innings. Raju there, getting advancing down the ground, looking for the big shot. Misses, so does the wicket keeper. A stumping opportunity missed, but it will be a run out to close out. So 106 is what Q Cricket have managed. Ram the fielder in the short third does well while backing up the wicket keeper. So it will be 106 that Q Cricket put on while batting first in the all important Silver Cup final. 107 will be the target for Minex Blaster when they come out to bat, when they come out to chase. We'll be right back after a very short innings break. Plenty of action remaining in this Silver Cup final. We're back with the chase. Minex Blaster chasing 107. 5 without any loss after 3 balls. Nathan with the new ball for Qcricket, whereas Sidhu Nayak and Shreyas Iyer are the two openers. Out in the center for Minex Blasters, both the batters very experienced. Right at the top for Minex Blasters, Sidhu Nayak 556 matches for him, 21,410 runs, averaging just under 50. Strike rate very healthy, 178 for Sidhu Nayak. He is a very accomplished all-rounder, whereas Shreyas Iyer at the non-striker, he's got experience under his belt too. 505 matches, 13,329 runs, averaging just under 30, 29.10. Strike rate 135.22 for Shreyas Iyer too. This is very good opening combination for Minex Blasters. That's a better length from Nitin to close out the over. Fourth thought on a trot after a boundary at the first ball. All in all, after one over, Minex Blaster 5 without any loss. This is a very tricky surface to bat on. Ball won't come as easy as you expect in this surface. There's a wind flow, so definite help for the seamers. We have seen that in the first inning. It's just that you have to ball in good areas. Yogesh to share the new ball with Nitin. 24 matches for Yogesh, 26 wickets, economy 7.39. Best figures of 3 for 19. That's in the air. Well dropped. Shreyas Iyer there. As I said, the ball won't come easy onto the bat. Shreyas Iyer looking to lift it over mid off. That ball was in the air for a very long while. Fielder there in the inner circle had ample of time, but still puts it down. This is a big opportunity that goes down. Well, what happened there? That's a no ball. That ball landed outside the pitch. Well, that's a rare sight. That ball went straight to the sweep quadrant, beating the wicket keeper. That was a right call from the match official. Yes, this is clearly seen in the video evidence that the ball pitched outside the pitch limit. Bowler and wicketkeeper not happy with the match official's decision, but that was a right call from the match official. Prem is a very experienced umpire. Short ball hitting high on the bat of Sidhu Nayak. He tried to pull that one, but that ball was too high to be pulled away. Ball hitting the maker sticker on the bat and moving into the sweeper cover region for a single. Good pace from Yogesh. Shreyas Iyer, who already got a lifeline, once again looks for the big shot and gets beaten this time on the outside edge. Well, this is not the good stuff. This is not the right thing to do in this out of conditions. First, have a look at the ball, get used to the conditions, wait for the bad deliveries, then look for the boundaries. Shreyas Iyer looking to go after the bowling team. That is how he plays. Appeal for the leg before, but denied by the match official. That was too high to be given away. LBW. Good ball from Yogesh. 8 for none. Minex blaster after 1.4 overs. Cricket batter struggled while batting. So are the Minex blaster batter. Yes, that's a fast wicket. That ball doesn't bounce as much as Shreyas Iyer expected. Keeps low and hits the off stump. First one down for Minex blaster in the very second over. Yogesh strikes. He should have got that wicket at the very first ball. Nonetheless, he gets it now. Sends back Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer fails to make any impact on the match. Gets a lifeline or not, but departs for one. Minex Blaster 8 for 1. New batsman in is Sam. He's in at number 3 for Minex Blasters. Well, that's an inside edge. No one there in the fine leg region. So ball will go all the way. Yes, it does. It trickles. Short third fielder tries to cut that off, but that ball was traveling with some speeds. 7 runs and a wicket coming off that over. A successful one from Yogesh. After 2 overs, my next blasters 12 for 1. 61 matches for Sam. 1535 runs, averaging 30.10. Strike rate very healthy, 160.23. These are very testing conditions. This will test your temperament as a batter. This pitch, lot to offer for fast bowlers and as well as for spinners. You just need to find the right areas. Sidhu Nayak coming down the track tries to get to the pitch of the ball. Balls, ball shaping away after pitching. Completely beats the batter. Well. Sidhu Nayak looks to break free. He's got 5 of 9 deliveries. Gets beaten. It's a dot ball to start off the over. Short ball. This time Sidhu gets on the top of the bounce and cuts it over the point. This is much better. You need to wait. You need to wait for your opportunity. This was short and wide. It was poor from Nitin. And Sidhu Nayak capitalizes. Gets 4 for himself. This is the way to go forward. Wait for the loose balls. Wait for the scoring opportunities. These are not the ideal conditions to bat on, but still a good pitch. Outside edge taken by third man. One too many shots played by Sidhu Nayak brings the downfall of his. Well. As I said, these are not the ideal conditions to bat on. He should have waited there. Tries to go up and over. Raju Ajmera there at the edge of the third man. Takes an absolute beauty to send back Sidhu Nayak. A big wicket falls for Minex Blaster. They lose their second. Another aggressive, experienced batter slowly making his way out to the dugout. Two down now. My next blaster, 16 for 2 after 2.3. New batter in is Sharath Reddy. He is in at number 4. 247 matches for him. 3,668 runs. Averaging over 21. Strike rate 114.91 for Sharath Reddy. He's in at number 4 for Minex Blasters. Nitin strikes for the first time in the match. Sends back dangerous Sidhu Nayak. Huge appeal for leg before, but that ball was clearly drifting down the leg. Rightfully, no interest from the match official. Signals leg by. Score moves to 17. Nitin was interested in the LBW. He pleaded to the fullest, but match official denies. This is better length. Just hitting the bat hard there, Nitin. On the good length. Sam just defends it on the front foot. That's the way you need to bat on these conditions. You need to wait for your opportunities. Look to rotate the strike. Well, another beauty there from Nitin. That ball was an absolute peach. Unplayable delivery this from Nitin. Well, that's been signaled as by the match official. That ball pitching on the middle and leg and shaping away from the right hander. There's no way you can play that sort of deliveries. This is excellent stuff from Nitin. After 3, Minex Blaster 19 for 2. At the moment, ball is talking. Sam there was clueless about that delivery. Nothing wrong that he did on that occasion. Played with the angle. Tried to play on the onside. That ball shaped away. That's a banana swing for Nitin on that occasion. Coming back to the match, Yogesh to continue. Starts off with a shot of good length delivery, which has been punched off the back foot by Sharath Reddy in the mid wicket, and he gets himself off the mark. First runs for him. 20 for 2 Minex Blasters in 3.1. Well. Qcricket are turning things on here at one champion cricket ground. Another good over for the bowling team. Only three coming off that over. That's the end of the fourth over by Yogesh. 22 for 2 Minex Blaster after 4 overs. 22. An excellent start while defending 107. You need to get couple of wickets early on, and Qcricket does exactly that. While the fielder gives it chase in the fine leg region, it will be couple of runs for Sharath Reddy. Score moves to 24. 24 for 2 after 4.2 overs. My next blaster looked for too many shots early on their innings. Both the batters looked to bat aggressively, are back into the sheds. This is very difficult pitch. You need to wait for your opportunities, then score. This is good little partnership between Sharath Reddy and Sam, both looking to study the shape for my next blasters. That's just short of good length, punched off the back foot. That was not timed well shot, so both the batters scampers through for a quick single. This is good cricket. This is what the batters need to do on the regular basis. Look to rotate strike. Well, that's on a good length. Sharath Reddy just guiding it to the back foot point fielder, looking to find the gap behind point, but fails to do on that occasion. It's a dot ball. A good over from Nitin. 4 runs coming off this over so far. Excellent spell of bowling from Nitin. 2.5 overs, 13 for 1. He's got rid of dangerous Sidhu Nayak. Well, that was full. Batter driving at it. Gets the leading edge. That ball carried to the point fielder who just manages to get an hand to it. But that ball was away from him and was traveling fast. It's a boundary to close out the over. 8 runs coming off the fifth over by Nitin. 30 for 2 Minex Blasters. Yogesh to continue. He goes full on the stumps. Sam just clips it away. Protection there in the square leg region, so it will be only a single. Sweeper cover and deep square leg are the two fielders out on the circle for Yogesh. This is good contest of bat and ball. Driven, slight misfield in the point, so it will be a single for Sharat Reddy. That was a dot ball. Misfield helps the batting cause. Couple of singles coming of first two deliveries. Good drive there from Sharat Reddy, getting to the pitch of the ball, driving it all along the carpet. Well, that ball took off. Sam trying to get on the top of the bounce of the back foot, gets beaten on the bounce. That ball took off from a good length and climbed very high. Too hard to control such bounce. Fortunate for Sam that he doesn't get an itch. It's a dot ball. Very full. Just inside that wide line on the offside. Sam looking to guide that ball, missing. That ball would have flown if he would have got back to it. Only thing he should have done on that occasion that the placement, he misses on a scoring opportunity. That was a low full toss. 2 runs so far in this over. On the pads, clipped away. Fielder well placed in the square leg region for that sort of shots. So it will only be a single. He's got the protection in the square leg region for the deliveries which are full and right at the stumps. Yogesh prefers to go full on the stumps every now and then. Keeps the batter guessing. Predominantly balls good length outside of stump. Well, an outside edge found, but that ball doesn't carry to the flying slip. Who does well? Gets an hand to it. Short third fielder gives it a chase. It will be a couple of runs for Sharath Reddy, but an excellent over from Yogesh. Concedes only 5 at the last over of the power play. Minex Blaster 35 for 2 after 6 overs. Equation 72 needed of 84 balls. Required rate 5.14. That's not an issue. Well, there's the wicket for the bowler. Sam there, swinging across the line, missing a straight one, and you miss, I hit, says Santosh. He was taken for a boundary in the previous delivery, and he comes back strongly and gets a wicket of Sam. Sam played well for his 14, but now has to walk back. Third one down for Minex Blaster. They have 52 on the board, 52 for 3 after 7.4. 55 more runs that are need to be scored in this Silver Cup final. 74 balls remaining, 7 wickets in the tank. This is anybody's game. Both the teams well in the game, match well in balance. It is anybody's game from here on. These are not easy conditions to bat on. Batters are failing to get in their shots. New batter in is Anku. He's in at number 5 for Minex Blasters. Another right hand batter making his way out to the center. Anku, 82 matches for him, 2105 runs, averaging 32.89. Strike rate very healthy, 143.98 for Anku. Punches one off the back foot and straight away gets off the mark at the very first ball he faced. 53 for 3. Good over so far from Santosh. He's conceded 14 runs but he's picked one wicket. Last ball of the over. Yes, it's a good little comeback from Santosh, who was stuck for a couple of boundaries, 4 wide, then a boundary early on in the over. He picks one wicket and only concedes 3 in his second half. After 8 overs, Minex Blaster 54 for the loss of 3. Raju to continue after excellent first over. He's only conceded 3 in his first. Starts his second over with a dot ball. He's bowling well. Raju, driven on the up, just beats the point towards his right and beats the sweeper cover towards his left. That's a much needed boundary coming off the blade of Sharath Reddy. That was full outside off stump and driven on the up at the top of the bounce by Sharath Reddy. That's a very good, well timed shot. That ball doesn't look that it might have gone all the way for a boundary, but it did. That's the timing that Sharath Reddy brings on the table. Well. What kind of a ball was that? That took off from a good length, ended up as a bouncer. Well, this is the current condition, current situation that the batters are facing. That is the reason why I'm saying it's not the ideal condition to bat on. Will is it stump? Yes, it is. That was short and wide. Sharath Reddy took a step out and misses one that kept slightly low, and Sarvesh Garg behind the wicket does exceedingly well to send back Sharath. What a glove work that was from Sarvesh. Fourth one down now for Minex Blaster. They have only 58 on the board. 58 for 4 after 8.4. New man in is Siddharth God. Is in at number 6. Siddharth God joins Anku. My next blaster in some trouble now. Well, that's an excellent over. After being taken for a 4, he strikes and gives no runs away. 4 runs and a wicket coming off the ninth over by Raju. After 9 overs, 80. In fact, 58 for the loss of 4. Another 49 required in 66. From here on, for my next blasters, required rate 4.45. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Rajat now with his medium pace gets a go. Is a tall bowler. Rajat will be expected that he gets extra bounce from the surface. Starts off for a good length outside off stump. Left alone by the batter. It's a dot ball. 58 for 4 after 9.1. Well, that's on the body. It's on the good length on the body of the batter who just defends it off the back foot. It's a dot ball. Shot outside of stump. Batter cuts Anku but finds the gully. It's a dot ball. Third ball. Third dot ball on a trot. Well, looking in for a sharp single. Siddharth got but sent back by Anku. It's a dot ball. Fourth one in a row. Well, what a over this is turning out to be. Slightly shorter. Punched off the back foot but straight to the short cover. Anku is finding hard to get a single in this over so far. Fifth dot ball on a trot. What a start this has been for Rajat. He's yet to concede a run. Five dots on a trot. 58 for four Minex blasters while chasing 107. Last ball of the 10th over. Rajat once again on a length. That's a maiden. What an over this has been from Rajat. All six balls, six dots on a trot. After 10 overs, we are halfway through the chase. My next blaster 58 for the loss of 4. Another 49 required of 60 balls at the required rate of 4.9. Well, this is anybody's game from here on. Players will have drinks. We'll be right back after a very short break. Another one bites the dust right after the change in ends. Qcricket sneaks through another wicket. Anku, the last man, dismissed. Well, that was a good catch there inside the circle. Fifth one goes down. These low totals are trickier one to chase down. This is the one. Conditions favoring the bowler and both the teams making full use. Now Q Cricket with the ball in hand gets 5 wicket in the 11 overs. 50, in fact 60 for 5. Vignesh the man there inside the circle who takes an easy catch that was ballooned in the air, and it wasn't simplest of catching opportunities that was presented, and fielder there making no mistake. Raju Ajmera with the second wicket for him. New batter in is Mahesh in at number 7. 73 matches for Mahesh, 515 runs, averaging 14.31. Strike rate 106.85 for Mahesh. He's in at number 7. 48 still needed of 58 deliveries. Punched off the back foot in the point region and gets off the mark. Mahesh straight away. That was a little short delivery from Raju. Keeps low and batter stay down and punches it. Siddharth Gaur now back on strike. He's one of three deliveries. Will Minex Blaster desperately in search of a partnership? Misfielded in the covers will help the cause for Minex Blasters. Minex Blaster needs to bat on from here on for next 5 overs. They need to score whatever they are getting from there on. Then look to chase the target. Wickets are going down on regular intervals. Well, that's been punched off the back foot on the onside for a single. That's the way to go forward. Short and wide, looking for the cut shot, gets beaten. That's been given as a wide by the match official. This is good. Intent is right from both the batters. Just looking to rotate strike. Not looking to do anything fancy. They need less than run a ball. 44 needed of 55. This is not a tough ask, but the match course and the conditions are not ideally in favor of batting team. Well, that's a dot ball, guided away straight to the short third. Short gully, I must say. It's a dot ball to close out the 11th over. After 11 overs, Minex Blaster 63 for the loss of 5. Rajat will continue. An excellent first over from Rajat. It was a made in from him. Gave nothing away in his previous over. Rajat will bowl his second over. 1 over, 1 made in for none for him. Medium pacers, fast bowlers are hard to manage in these conditions. Ball bouncing extra every now and then swinging in and out. There's a good wind flow, plenty of assistance for fast bowlers. Well, that was very full and driven on the up by Mahesh. Slight misfield, they're coming back for second run. Yes, they'll complete the second run with ease. This is excellent from both the batters. Very aware of the fielder who was lazy while coming towards the ball, and both the batters making full use, completing the second run in the end with ease. 65 for 5 now. Plays with the very soft. Mahesh plays the ball with very soft hands. Initially was looking for a single, but both the batters deciding against the single, so it's a dot ball. 2 runs and a dot so far from this over. Slow one driven on the up. That will beat the short third fielder. They'll look to come back for second run. Yes, they'll complete the second run with ease. Well, a good sharp work by the wicket keeper. No reaction up until he gets the ball. Quickly dislodges the bail, but the batter was aware that the throw is coming at his end. 4 runs of the first half. Another slow one, this time beautifully turned away in the square leg region. Work to be done by the deep fielder. Will they come back for third? No, they are settling in. After two, this is excellent from Mahesh. Got inside the line of the ball and just walked it away on the leg side for a couple of runs. This is smart batting from Mahesh. Well, what has happened there? That was full delivery outside off stump. Mahesh looking to go inside out. Gets his stump by Sarvesh. There was no need for that sort of shot. But Mahesh prefers that shot and that brings his downfall. Sixth one now bites the dust for Minex Blaster. They only have 69 on the board. 69 for 6. Abhishek Reddy is the new batsman in. It's a dot ball, a successful over that comes to an end. 6 runs and a wicket coming off that over. 12 overs done. Minex Blasters losing wickets on regular intervals. Batters failing to get partnerships. That is the reason they are in all sorts of trouble now into the low order batting for Minex Blasters as they have lost 6 wickets. Top order completely dismantled. Guided away but straight to the gully fielder. It's a dot ball to start off the over. Batter looking for the big shot will not carry all the way to the deep fielder. That was full. Batter thinking for big shot but doesn't get the connection right. It's only a single. Batter looking to drive on the up, missing the ball completely. That ball skids through and beats the right hander. Well, that ball racing away in the fine leg boundary. Fielder after that, but cannot cut that off. That ball raced away very quickly, and it's a boundary. Much needed one. It's a boundary. Much needed one for Minex Blasters. Punched off the back foot, straight to the short covers. It's a dot ball. Batters need to get the partnership in. They need to look to score in terms of singles and doubles. Boundaries are not easy to come by. Once again, punched off the back foot. Chance of a run out. Batter fumbles right at the middle. Batter looking for the single, but denied by the non-striker. While turning bat, while turning back, batter just fumbled his skits, but somehow manages to get back in time. It's a dot ball to close out the over. 13 overs have been completed. Spell continues. It's not about overs at the moment, it's about runs and wickets that are in the count. It's a dot ball guided away but straight to the short third. That's a good length delivery. Batter looking to play late. Gets beaten. That's a dot ball. Less than run a ball required. From here on, once again, this time batter looking to play on the front foot. Gets beaten. It's a dot ball. Back to back dot deliveries. Against a runner play. It's a six. For six of the innings. Well, that was full. Bowler looking to go full and straight. Batter got better of him on that occasion. Swings it in the mid wicket region and gets right off the meat of the blade, and the ball carries all the way. That's the biggest part of the ground, but still the batter manages to thump the ball over the boundary line for a six. Much needed one boundary for Minex Blaster that will calm the nerves of the batting team and the batter. That was a very useful boundaries. Length dragged back, guiding that ball, but straight to the gully fielder. It's a dot ball. Fielders on the mark. They have done well. That six was a very important blow for Minex Blasters that might have got them back in the game. Siddharth Gaur with that six. Last ball of the over. Once again, batter looking to play off the back foot gets beaten. 6 runs coming off that over after 14 overs. Minex Blasters 81 for the loss of 6 wickets. They need another 26 of 36 balls. Yogesh now to bowl out. 3 overs, 15 for 1 so far for Yogesh. 81 for 6 after 14. Well, that's an awkward bounce there. Climbing very high, beautifully controlled by Abhishek Reddy. Guides it in the third man. That ball was at the body. It's a single to start off the over. Score moves to 82 of 6. 25 needed of 35 deliveries. There's a change in field. Third man now inside the circle. They've got 5 men inside the circle now to avoid that single. That's a length delivery into the surface. This time ball keeping low. Siddharth Gao adjusting to the bounce. Playing late but still cannot get away for a single. That ball went straight to the point fielder. It's a dot ball. Single and a dot ball so far in this over. Singles are equal to boundaries in this scenario. Well, that was well placed, but still single not taken. Abhishek Reddy at the non-striker and denies the single. That was very well placed by Siddharth God. That's a good length. On a good length, batter once again gets beaten. That ball carrying all the way to the wicket keeper. Every now and then the ball keeps low and then suddenly bounces. These are the tricky conditions to play on. Well, that was shot and cut away. That ball went very quickly to the fielder who throws a good one at the non-striker end. Bowler, after completing his follow through, doesn't come back to the stumps in time, collects the ball, throws at the stump, misses the target. Batting team gets an extra run for the overthrow. They get two. Slight mix up there. Abhishek was keen for the single. Siddharth reacted late, but still in the end completes the single with ease. This time hits it on the up, on the top of the bounce in long on region for a single. 4 runs coming off that over after 15. Minex Blaster 85 for the loss of 6. We are into the final 5 overs. 22 needed of 30 balls at the required rate of 4.4. This is the all important Silver Cup final of One Champion Elite Season 42. Everything to play for. Both the teams bowling extremely well. Batters, batting units of both the teams completely collapsing. Now Nitin is back into the attack. He'll bowl out. 3 overs, 17 for 1 so far for Nitin. Will bowl his final over and the 16th over of the chase. This partnership is going along nicely for Blasters. That was full and driven on the up, but good fielding by long off fielder who does well while moving towards his left. Gets to the ball very quickly and keeps the batter at 1. 86 for 6 now after 15.1. 21 needed of 29. Qcricket searching for wicket. Nathan goes for the Yorker, beautifully kept out by Abhishek Reddy. That's a dot ball, but a very well executed Yorker. Nothing much the batter could have done on that occasion. It's a dot ball. Looking for that expensive cover drive inside out and playing down the complete wrong line. It's a dot ball. Abhishek Reddy looking to lift it over infield, but this time doesn't get the connection that he wanted. He was after back to back dot balls, two in a row for Nitin. This time he drives towards the left of short cover and collect four. This is good cricket. Just playing the ball with very soft hands and running through for a single, not allowing the bowlers, not allowing the batters to score freely. Well, once again, swing and a miss. That was on a good length outside off stump. Siddharth God on that occasion trying to lift it over infield, but gets no connection whatsoever with the ball. It's a dot ball. 20 needed of now, 25 deliveries. Well, that was full on the stumps. Beautifully hit away down the ground in long on region. Only for a single to close out the over. An excellent one. 3 runs coming off that over after 16 overs. 66. In fact, 88 for 6. My next blaster. Now Rajat to bowl out. 3 overs, 1 made in 13 for 1. Will bowl out Rajat. 19 needed of 24 deliveries. This is anybody's game. What a final we are having here at One Champion Cricket Ground. It's a Silver Cup final. These are very testing conditions. No batter getting a big score. Even no batter gets into 30s in this match. 107 the target which was set for Minex Blasters. In reply, Minex blaster 88 for 6 after 16 overs. Rajat now back into the attack, will bowl out. 3 overs, 1 made in, 13 for 1 for Rajat. That's a slow one. Batter looking to guide it, but gets no connection whatsoever with the bat. It's a dot ball. Dot ball to start off the over. Well, that's in the air, hits it, but doesn't get the connection right, so it will only be a single. Siddharth Gowda looking for the big shot. That's not required. They need only 18 of 22 balls. Still, they can do it in single and doubles. Shot third, gully, point and covers. Four fielders inside the circle on the offside, whereas square leg inside the circle on the leg side. This has been clipped away. Plenty of work that needs to be done by mid-wicket fielder. By the time he gets to the ball and throws the ball to the bowler, both the batters completes the second run with ease. This is better cricket. They need to look for ones and twos from here on. My next blasters. 3 runs coming off the first half of this over so far. Well, that's in the air. Long off fielder settling underneath and takes it. Abhishek Reddy looking for the big shot, holds out in the long off region. As I was saying, there was no need for the big shot. Yogesh there in the long off region makes no mistake. Seventh one goes down. Well set, Abhishek Reddy has to walk back. 91 for 7 now. My next blasters. Let me tell you, they are playing with 10 players, so they only have 2 wickets in the tank from here on. 16 needed of 20 deliveries from here on. It's still anybody's match. New batter in is Ram. He is in at a very crucial stage for my next blaster. They're already 7 down. Needs 16 of 20. He gets a single at the very first ball. Now 15 needed of 19. Singles will do it for my next blasters. They don't need to do anything fancy. Whenever they have tried something else, they have looked for boundaries, they have lost the wicket. This is not the ideal thing to do from here on. They need to rotate strike on regular basis. They'll end up winning this match. Well, this time guided away straight to the point fielder. It's a dot ball to close out the over. A good one from Rajat. 4 runs and a wicket coming off that over. After 17 overs, Minex Blasters 97 for 4. Santosh, after being very expensive in his first over, was taken off the attack. 1 over 15 for 1 for Santosh. Will ball the 18th over of the match. This is a very big responsibility for Santosh to bowl the 19th over of the match. 92 for 7. 15 needed of 18 balls. Ram on strike. Well, the bowler has a problem in his run up, so he's marking it all once again. 15 needed of 18 deliveries. Slightly short, punched off the back foot. That was well timed shot, but straight to the short cover. It's a dot ball. Dot ball to start off. Ram, Siddharth God. That's in the air. That's put down. By God. That was a catching opportunity there in his follow through, but he manages to get an hand to it but fails to hold on. Ram gets a lifeline. In fact, more importantly, he gets a single and brings Siddharth Gaud back on strike, who's on 14 of 7 deliveries. Well, that ball bounces extra, beats the right hander Siddharth on the cut. That was the right option there, trying to guide the ball, trying to run it down, and trying to get 50, trying to get runs for his team. Well, that's a sharp walk there behind the timber, but the stump, but the back leg there was grounded and inside, so it's a not out. Excellent glove work there by the wicket keeper, but Prem there says not out at the square leg umpire. Only a single scored so far of this over, two balls remaining. Cut away, but straight to the point on a bounce, and it's a dot ball. Oh, well. There's a misfield by the wicket keeper. Point fielder throws it fast to the wicket keeper, who does a misfielding. By the time backup fielder could have get to him, he was through for a single, which gets Ram back on strike. Two of three so far for Ram. Two runs coming off the over so far. Last ball. That's into the surface. Driven on the up. Slight misfield in the sweeper coverage, and still it will be a single. Three runs coming off the 18th over by Santosh. 95 for 7 now. My next blaster. Equation now down to 12. Required in 12 deliveries. Run a ball equation from here on for my next blasters. There's introduction into the bowling attack. Bhaskar P to ball the penultimate over. 12 needed of 12. Misfield. Batter comes back for the second run. This is excellent awareness from the non-striker Siddharth God. He ran first run very quickly. As soon as he saw the misfield from the long off fielder, he comes back quickly for the second run. Direct hit, but still the second run was completed. 97 now on the board, 10 needed of 11 deliveries. Bhaskar P, the right arm off break to ball the 19th over. This is a very big gamble. Well, he gets away with one just inside the wide line on the off stump. 2 runs coming off the 2 balls, 10 needed in 10. This match is going right down to the wire. It's a flighted one. Once again, hit in the long off region. This time the deep fielder collects the ball cleanly and gets it back in time. So it will only be a single. 9 runs needed of 9 balls. What a match we are having here at one champion cricket ground. 7 wickets down for Minex Blaster. They are playing the match with 10 members, so they have only 2 wickets in the tank. 2 wickets in the tank. 9 needed of 9. What a match this has been. Drilled down the ground. Good fielding by long on fielders. So it will only be a single. 4 runs coming off the 4 deliveries. Now 8 needed of 8. Ram 6 of 7. 16 of 27 for Siddharth. Well, that's a wide, way outside off stump. Batter chasing at it, but still doesn't get any piece of the bat. Fortunate for him, it's outside the wide line. 7 needed now of 8. This match is getting tighter and tighter. Flighted delivery, attempted big shot. That's put down. Well. There was a catching opportunity there in the long on region. Fielder puts it down, adding insult to an injury. It goes all the way for 6. That's the match for Minex Blasters. Now they need only one. Well, what a costly miss that was. He puts the cup down there, the deep fielder. If he would have taken that catch, 7 runs would have been required of the final over. It would have been completely different ball game. Match drop there by the deep fielder Santosh to ball the final over. He has a run to defend. That's almost an impossible task, but anything can happen in cricket. Are we going into the super over? Scores are level. Siddharth God just nudges it in the mid wicket and through for a single, and that will be the end of the match. What a match we had. In the end, it's Minex Blasters who prevail by the thinnest margin of 2 wickets. This was the all-important Silver Cup final played between Team Qcricket and Minex Blaster. Match summary: Qcricket winning the toss, opting to bat first, got bundled out for 106. 107 was the target for Minex Blaster. Match going right down to the very last over, and in the end, it's Minex Blaster who win with 2 runs. In fact, with 2 wickets. Player of the match will be Naresh for his excellent bowling. 4 overs, 1 maiden, 14 runs, and 3 wickets for him. That makes him the man of the match. That's it from the coin box. Do catch us with the second final of the day coming your way as Pink Panthers take on RR Stones in the all important Gold Cup final. It's me, Ali Hashmi, signing off for now.